Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, we want to talk about what's taking place in Bull Bay. Yesterday, I had internet difficulties, so I really could not bring you my opinion yesterday. Now, what is happening in 11 Miles Bull Bay? Yes, on Saturday, two persons lost their lives. 60-year-old Joseph Peter King of Gully in 11 Miles Bull Bay and Andre Wright, a resident of Judgment Hill, also in 11 Miles Bull Bay. And what investigators are reporting that about 11:50 p.m., men carrying rifles and handgun went to several homes in search of two individuals. They reportedly went into the yard of the target and fatally shot Wright, who lived on the compound. It's reported that they then went to a yard where the 60-year-old man was also shot dead. Reports are that Peter King, before he was killed, used a machete to sever the finger of one of the gunmen when they entered the yard in search of his son. Now, based on what we are hearing, people are moving out of the community based on what's going on. Gang violence has taken over 11 Miles Bull Bay, and due to the hilly terrain and the bushy part of the rural community in Bull Bay, it's difficult for police to maneuver and get around in those communities. By the time the police act in those communities, the damage is already done. Now, persons in the community are saying, there's whispers on the ground that they went for Peter King's son and didn't find him. So, as in Jamaica, you know how these gunmen operate. You can't catch Quaker, you catch him son. You can't catch Quaker, you catch him shot. I'm sorry for that. Now, Peter King wielded his machete based on what residents say, and it caught the finger of one of the gunmen. The machete was aimed at the gunman's neck. Well, they said Peter King put up a sterling fight for his own life, but at the end of the day, a machete will not outpower a rifle. And these men are so adamant to take out who they want. And as I have said in many videos before, it seems easier for the police to be looking for you than gunmen, because the gunmen nowadays, they are so mobile. They move, they know the terrains, and that makes it so easy for them to do whatever they want to do. And also, some of these gunmen, they grew up with the victims. They know exactly their hangout spot. They know where they chill. They know their family. They know their friends. And it makes them easier to get their target. While the police would have to rely heavily on information or tip-off from people who is in the community or nearby. Now, Wright, based on what the persons in the community are saying, Wright just got himself caught up with the wrong set of people. It's just like you have some friends and you start to par with them and they are involved in other stuff. Even if you're not involved, you get automatically dragged into it. So it's just a situation where people have to know who they are friends with, because your friends can cause your demise. Peter King co-workers are saying they're shocked to know that this has happened to him. He's a hard-working man, goes about caring for his animals and his family. He makes sure his kids get educated. But it's just sad to know that persons are being dragged into some uncomfortable situation where their lives are being taken because of one family member or one friend. Well, it is only prudent now that people would look and examine themselves now and realize that if you have a family member that is doing wrong, the best way to save your life is to report them to the police. Because if you don't report your family member to the police for doing involving criminality, there's a high possibility your life will be taken. And it doesn't matter if you are not involved. These gunmen are going after your family members because they want to get to you. And it's just sad to see people who are not caught up and who's trying to live an upstanding life being cut down by gunmen because of the fact that they want somebody from their family and can't get them. Well, it's just sad in the case of Wright to know that if he was not a wrongdoer, to be parring or socializing with the wrong men. It's just a sad situation in Bull Bay, and the residents are tense, the residents are complaining, the residents are moving out of the community. And it's just so sad that persons have invested their lives, earnings into communities like these. And it takes violence to let them have to relocate and start life all over again. We need to put systems in place that when these persons are caught, these persons are dealt with severely. Because no way persons can work so hard to build their property and build their homes. And then a streak of violence has caused them to leave the community to go start life all over somewhere else. Well, we hope that the police in St. Thomas will do something about it and will try their best to quell whatever violence or whatever gang-related activity is taking place there. The other story I want to touch on a little bit is that we all know that the Klans Man trial is going on, and it seems as if, based on the chilling revelation by the witness, that this seems to be a documentary that's worth a Netflix series, based on what we are hearing. But the trial has been adjourned until October 19, as 2 of the defendants have tested positive for COVID-19. But we hope that the trial will get going on October 19, and we can hear more of what took place. Even though some of these testimonies are so chilling, you really wonder what was taking place or what is taking place in Jamaica. But it's the reality. It's something we have to live with and something we have to deal with. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, stay safe. Look out for a neighbor, look out for a friend, look out for a loved one. And most of all, look out for the children and keep it locked on My Opinion TV.